I said, the Nazis have been planning this for 80 years. And some rocket surgeon said I was in on it. I didn't know I was in on it. He was so in on it, he was mistaken. He just thought that because he was in on it, and I was right that I must have been in on it. So the FBI was like, should I pick him up? And I was like, nah. Let's see how this plays out. I was like, there's no plane at Shanksville. And they're like, that's classified. Oh, this guy, he's a revolutionary. I'm like, nah, I ain't paying for it. Thus far, exactly how much jet fuel does it take? How much jet fuel is it today, Congress? Well, whenever you're talking about something in the news that has to do with the military, there's a gentleman or lady in each department. Probably not usually a lady. I mean, picks a certain type of gentleman. Every time he hears his name, he hits the easy button, cha-ching, which fucks the entire outfit, but pays for an added incentive. Eli Lilly supplies a small dose of cocaine every time he hits that button. They just need somebody to blame for it, because nobody investigated or anything. There's time for that. Yeah, well, I said, nah, I didn't source that. Well, too late. I mean, it's too late. What's your MOS? I mean, if it was actual source, that would be like me saying, hey, I heard you were moonlighting over at the Claridge, playing the bassinet and the skin flute. That would be me witnessing. And I just gonna be like, oh, he leaked it. Actually, I got it from a leak. If you wanted to actually, no, it was you. Act like it's my job to see something and say something. I see you look stupid. All these leaks. All they have to do is throw something at you and see what sticks. You got a plant. I might be a plant too. Well, at least I know how to fix it, if that's allowed. And then, you know, it's not some new technique that I designed, but every once in a while, like one of those caskets, and they act like I was in Vietnam. Like they just learned this trick. I hadn't thought of that. How are we gonna get? Where can we hide a bunch of? Come on, they're not with me. Well, just because you're with them, I mean, shoot them. Give them, you know, the appropriate equipment, and tell them don't come back as long as that dude's still alive. And I can give orders like that, because there ain't nobody out there like that with me. The phone company. Dead man walking at the phone company. Central, how do you feel about, I don't know, waking up dead one day because Special Agent Trudeau or whatever decided to cash you out on like me just talking? You gonna blame me for? I mean, I wasn't there. What's the qualification? What's his immunity? What's his authority? Is he allowed to do that? Because I'm not. You're allowed to just like act like I have inside information on some. I'm never gonna. Before I would ever allow myself to assume the responsibilities of such a role, I would first account for and resolve any loose ends. Do you have a safe space at the Central Intelligence Agency where the kids can just play on their phone? No, it's not the safest space on the planet. Act like you just ignore me. I'm like when Central Intelligence gets all these messages, the local bond agents, the Bond Agency Association, getting erased. You're worried about who on Facebook told me? That's why they canceled IQ tests. Facebook can do all these stupid experiments on people except for test IQ. I was like, the thing's not working. It's not going to work. It's wrong. No, I don't have to. But, you know, being a scientist at heart, I could sense the lackey on the other end of the thing. Oh, come on. Just give it a try. See what works. I could probably help you fine-tune this. Now you want me to prove that it works for that? Whatever. I did my best to comply within an ethical, defensible, like, oh, I thought it was the CIA. No, I wasn't just out there to go to corporate prison so I could see if they had something. Well, look who it is! You couldn't tell that they didn't really knock down 3 towers with 2 planes, but you're so sure about what happened in my trailer. Got nothing better to do. Well, you were in on it. Isaac Newton wasn't even in on it. Why would anyone want to charge someone with a crime They did not yet quantify what could possibly be your motive for that. Walmart. No, I don't like you, Walmart. I don't like you either, Canada. Canadians are alright in Canada. The rest of them are on my side. No affiliation. It's for your own protection, kids. Anybody who would be affiliated, they know what to do if it comes time to do it. I got college seniors walking by, all pretty, all cute couples, spit shine, lab partners. That's my protection. Like, what did I do? Cheat on a test? What is the object? Like, just, I don't know, be in a frame when some retard gets shot? I was like, you my Raj? I'm just waiting to see you get shot. And I didn't want to sacrifice my, window of opportunity if something came up, but I probably, in retrospect, I should have explored that avenue a little. Well, who? Why? Because you got some info? Oh, because I was accused. I was supposed to respond to something, a cue that I saw, and I was like, wow, what am I supposed to think that is? Because even if it was the thing they said it was still from the same time. You can't just accuse somebody of something and then like mess with them for 15 years. International incidents, oblivious. Got these Canadians act like I owe them something. Like, I didn't deserve that, let alone her. And Christians do not accept as in lieu of him. We don't convert you by the sword, we convert you with the sword to the dust. Any excuse to go after our women, these goddamn Muslims. You know damn well we haven't done business. You know we're not affiliated. But somebody said I was in on it, and that's how I knew. So you're like, well, I guess we could rape his wife. I've never been married. But that's the theological argument. So you thought that I was going to pay down, knocking down 3 towers with 2 planes with my old lady? This is your deficit plan, Washington? Well, if it's a religion, there's either a church or a state involved. Which church was it? You allowed that atrocity to occur at Atlanta Baptist. Meanwhile, you're here on behalf of some Martian church raping the Irish. See what I mean? I'm not always the most well-mannered gentleman, but I ain't a coward, and I don't know who you are. You want to tell me every FBI field office in the world is prepared to lay down their lives to defend your right to just communists, Russia, found that missing Soviet splinter cell you were looking for 15 years, and finally I'm ready to check out for like maybe it's a couple times, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna give it one more shot, but maybe I'll find out why. One day I'll find out why. Chemical imbalance these nuts. Turned out to be my lucky day. I went and I told them about the pain in my stomach, and they saw some superficial little razors, and they sent me less optional Supermax health facility. And the doctor was like, okay, so each member of the staff was grilling me. They're like, where do you get your supply? I'm like, I've never had a healthcare worker ask me anything that stupid before. Whatever, I stole it. So obviously, if you're going to conduct an investigation, you're going to have questions from me, not some Saudi surveillance program emulating the President's National Defense Authorization Act, so they can just tap our population credit because it's a goddamn plant in the IRS. Did they let you watch the surveillance, Mr. President? Something juicy? No, I didn't build it. Did they tell you they murdered my friends? Why would he be talking about me? And if he was, why wouldn't he throw in that part about my friends? The messenger of Allah is not a mailman. Duty, honor, integrity. These are all foreign concepts to him. He is a fugitive. That's why his depiction is haram. Yeah, he doesn't want Murphy walking down the street one day and be like, oh, what's that guy? Depiction is haram in case he has to go to market. You don't want to get spotted between the chief editor's office and home. So they give you part that you can use to mock, to cast a stone at somebody who wasn't in on it. Anyway, like, I didn't lie. Your interpretation might be subject to. I went back to the unit. That's not quite subject to anything. But at this point, we have some doctor who come from a long line of dweebs. He's the first dweeb in his family to finish college. A dweeb is a guy that puts a set of false teeth in his butt and uses the buttons off the back seats of taxi cabs. So he's come a long way. He's not about to just give it up, but you know, still just a dweeb in a lab coat, because he appears to be unaware that I have never committed an abomination, and the cops got paid to false witness that by the gay mafia to cover their tracks based on a false witness against them by the gay mafia on my behalf. I wouldn't even have found out it wasn't them that killed Keith Riley in '96. Had I not seen a picture of them raping the love of my life again. I mean, she wasn't perfect, but you only get one like that. I come back out of the hospital and I'm curled up in a ball sobbing, and the stupid bird's like, he's depressed. Has a chemical imbalance. Because no matter what kind of misunderstanding you thought, like, I wanted to go handle it to see, you know, amicably, or I might have a better chance than my normies. I wanted to go see about it. I bent the rules a little before I left, like, see, this goes inward. But it was terrible. Oh, did you see me doing something ugly? Not a goddamn one of you has a leg to stand on. Did you sell it? Who bought it? Paramount? Time Warner? Lionsgate? You want? I'll do it again right now. I'll do it on YouTube right now. So the impression I'm under is that because of me telling how the flag is a dirty old rag they use to hide their mistakes, and heroin in the caskets, and the president's saluting the box of dirt, and bones in the garbage dump, and then suicide, 22 veteran suicide, not, you know, KIA deficit liquidations, because they don't have to notify the family, just keep it, and declare a mental health crisis, and double down. Oh, is it classified? My bad. Invoice me. My name is Noel D. Smith. Single, straight, no kids, never married, no divorces, no bankruptcies, no abominations, no divorces, no bankruptcies, abortions, or abominations. For, you know, kosher enough for the likes of you. Not to my face, stupid bird. Like, you believe in a real God that you're not trying to embarrass, or are you just pretty sure he won't get hurt? Airframe triage and just blessed in the theologies. No affiliation. I mean, for litigious purposes. Whatever. Point I'm trying to make is invoice me, because if you're going to play religious games with somebody, you know, if your faith is so strong, you invoice me, see if maybe, you know, I can settle it up by myself. Real religion. Well, the doctor said it's supposed to be some... He did it. Yeah, there's a lady pastor, some KKK pastor. Yeah, there's a bunch of potential, you know, let me see what it says. Scope the deets. The people that, like, all the hippies are so scared of, don't want to send me the invoice. It's okay for all the collateral to be mine. So, nothing cures insanity like finding out it's not in your head. Not whether or not you're paranoid. Whether you're paranoid or not. Do you feel paranoid? Well, I've had jingleheads follow me around like 7 years. That didn't make any sense. Act like I recognize I'm obliged. So that turns out to be what's called the zombie program, which I'm nobody's goddamn zombie. Where's your owner? We're doing it a new way now. You can crank it up to 11 and you got zombies running around in the streets, run right up to a plant like they know him. Hey, you got any cocaine? Excuse me, sir. I don't mean to interrupt. Oh, look who it is. We were just talking about you. Whatever you think I owe will get paid. Do it your way. You get back in your boat. Give me that invoice.